Hello, everybody. I'm Roseanne Haven. We have a lot to talk about. A new poll is out on President Trump's approval rating. An arrest in Gulf Shores involving a pedestrian crash. And remember the story of a doctor accused of taking out a man's liver instead of his spleen? Well, we're going to tell you how the hospital is being accused of trying to cover that up. We have a lot to talk about. It's time for News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Roseanne Haven. So glad to be with you on
Brought to you by Green and Phillips.
So glad to be with you on this. It is a Thursday evening. Sorry, having a few technical difficulties. I apologize for that. We're going to go over, let's go ahead and just count down to our big stories since we're going to count down that. Number 5, a new exclusive Emerson College Poll showing 1 week into President Trump's second term, more Americans disapprove of the job he's doing than they did at any point in his first term. The poll shows 49% approve, which lines up with the 49.8% of the vote he received in November. 41%, though, disapproving of the job he's doing. 10%, they're neutral. At the same time, 52% of Americans say the country is heading in the right direction, and that's up from 33% from the beginning of January. Not surprisingly, 87% of Republicans say the country is headed in the right direction, compared to just 21% of Democrats and 48% of independents. The poll was taken this past Monday and Tuesday. Moving to number 4, book lovers in Baldwin County love this. The city of Foley officially began construction on a new 2-story, 40,000 square foot library on East Orange Avenue near the dog park. The library will include a meeting space designed for more than 275 people. Plus, it's going to have a designated teen and children's areas cordoned off. Those sections available. The new library will be almost double the size of what they have now, and the current facility is open. When construction is complete next spring, the old facility will become the Foley Police Headquarters. Number 3, a man is in custody for allegedly hitting a pedestrian with a vehicle in Gulf Shores. Police say Gustavo Lucona Hernandez is accused of felony failure to report an accident. Officers say this accident happened shortly before noon yesterday, and it happened on a crosswalk of West Lagoon Avenue. The victim, a 77-year-old woman, is said to be in critical condition. Number 2, a final farewell tonight for a building that once housed a local Catholic church. Alumni of St. Catherine of Siena are gathering to say goodbye before the building is torn down. The retirement of the building will be held in just about 30 minutes from now, less than 30 minutes. The event will begin with Mass and be followed by a reception where guests will have the opportunity to walk through the school one final time. Number 1, an Alabama woman is suing a Northwest Florida hospital doctor and surgical staff and alleging a cover-up after her husband died on the operating table. The doctor allegedly took out the wrong organ. He removed the man's liver instead of his spleen. The surgery happening at Ascension Sacred Heart Emerald Coast in Miramar Beach, Florida. Attorneys claim the hospital staff tried to hide the doctor's errors and falsify a death certificate as well as other records. And that is a look at our big stories. Now we want to take the time to talk about our question of the day, which is, what are your thoughts of the ICE raids happening nationwide? What do you think about that? Let's see what some of your comments are here. Let's see. Bryce Russo says, get them out and back where they came from. Todd Wallace says, if the current laws would have been enforced, we wouldn't have to do it now. Robert Hester says, enforce the laws of this country. Without law enforcement, we have anarchy. Amber Clark says, fake Christians. Jamie Warner, great, about time we have a president who will enforce that law. We want to thank you for participating in that. And now we are going to move to our Facebook question, where we asked you, let's see. Today, we witnessed a man attempt to use a skid steer as a weapon against Mobile police on I-10. What is the craziest incident you have witnessed in the News 5 area? Curious to know what crazy things you've witnessed there. Sorry, I'm having a few technical issues. I apologize for that. We also ask that you participate in our next Facebook poll. We want your vote on more companies are rolling back on their DEI initiatives. Will this make you less inclined to shop at these stores? Yes or no? And we'll have the results of your poll. In the meantime, we encourage you to tune in to WKRG News 5. I believe I skipped over one too. Let me see. Involving the Laken Riley. I did, and I don't know how to go back on this. I apologize for that. But I'm going to go ahead and share how you voted. There we go. The Laken Riley Act. 22-year-old Laken Riley was a college student when she was murdered by a man who had previously been arrested for illegally entering the country. And we wanted to know what you think about the bill signed into law by President Trump requiring federal officials to detain any migrant arrested or charged with any crimes like shoplifting, assaulting a police officer, and crimes involving death. What do you think? And 98% said absolutely yes, you support it. An overwhelming amount of you support it. 2% of you oppose the bill. Now, there we go. I want to thank you for participating and encourage you to participate in our other question of the day and Facebook poll, and to have your TV tuned in to WKRG as News 5 starts shortly at 6 o'clock. The CBS Evening News is on right now. Hope you'll join Peter Albrecht and me, along with Chief Meteorologist Ed Bloodsworth and our Sports Director Simone Eli. You know, today's Thursday. You know what that means. Tomorrow's Friday. Thank goodness. Thank you for being with me today and hanging out with me. Have a great evening, everybody.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips.